Welcome to One Girl at a Time, a podcast for girls, by girls, with girls. I'm Hajar.
And I'm Umaymah, and we are here to spotlight on the power that girls have in this world.
For this episode's Our World at a Glance segment, we wanted to spread awareness on a certain issue, which is world hunger.
In a world where we produce enough food for everyone, more than 690 million people go to bed hungry every night, according to the Food Aid Foundation.
There are so many people around the world suffering from world hunger, and you might wonder, what are some of the causes?
Some of the causes, poverty being the main one. There are factors like demographics, societal and political, and many others like factors that contribute to hunger.
Hunger causes suffering, poor health, malnutrition, and it's an issue that continues to rise.
On the report of World Vision, an additional 83 to 132 million people are expected to be chronically hungry due to the pandemic. So, how can we help?
Of course, we don't want to just tell you about this without no
Call to action?
Yeah, no solution. So some of the ways you can help is donate money to foundations that support the cause.
Another way is that you can support your local food banks by volunteering and even donating food.
Yep, donating food. Or you can hold your own drive instead of having people donate. You are the one that people donate to. And you can also do them virtually. There are many resources online that you can research. And
another way is by simply spreading the awareness on your social media.
I know that's something like that. It really does help. Put in the effort, like share it with people who, if you don't have the ability to, share with people who do have the ability to hold those drives, to donate to people. And it does make a big difference. Trust me. And now that concludes
Our World at a Glance.
We want to continue our Mending the Self series in this episode by talking about the next part, the body.
So it's extremely important to take care of our bodies because too much or too little of something can cause complications. And by listening to our bodies, we will be able to live a healthy and long life.
First off, we have to start by learning what our bodies do and do not like. We have to learn how to take care of the body in every aspect. And some of those things is the products you use, the food, and some things that can be harmful towards you. Say, for example, what lotion is best for you. Like some people have super dry skin, so they might need to use a lotion that's more hydrating. Yeah. And some people have super oily skin, so they don't want to use something that's so hydrating because they already have like their own body producing oils. So why would they want to add on to that? But they still need like that little layer of hydration that lotion provides, which is still very important. An example is like skincare. Like I have a combination skin, so I can't use a product that's specifically only for dry skin, but at the same time I can't use something that's for oily skin as well because my skin is a combination of dry and oily. And next, on to food.
Yes, it's really important to know what foods your body will accept. You know, sometimes you might be allergic to something, or even a lot of people have problems from drinking milk or, lactose products. So it's really important to understand that not everyone's body is the same, and we really need to be more mindful of the things we eat, the things we use, so that we know like which products to use and things like that.
Like regarding the food, like even like it might be that you're allergic to the food. It just might be that your body doesn't react well to the food. Like I know for me, if I have too much sugar, my skin will break out. I know a lot of us, like diet is one of the most important things when it comes to skincare, but also like for the well-being of your body and your health as well. And another thing is what causes pain and discomfort. Like there are certain things that other people might be able to do that you might not be able to do because it causes you pain and discomfort. And just because they're able to do it doesn't mean that you should do it as well. Even if you really want to, like you have to like listen to your body. Like if your body is telling you no, then just listen. Like sleeping like at 3 a.m. Like some people, like their body can manage that, but if you get headaches or stuff, don't. Like when you're tired, just sleep.
Yeah, listen to your body. We'll be talking about sleep further in this episode, but before that, we wanted to talk about exercising. And I know probably like everyone's just like, oh, we're in quarantine, we don't need to do that or anything. Or maybe if you want to because summer's coming up and things like that. But honestly, regular exercise can just have a ton of benefits.
According to the CDC, exercising regularly helps with cognitive activity, anxiety, depression, quality of life, and sleep.
It also reduces your health risk, so exercising helps by lowering your blood pressure and even helps improve cholesterol levels.
There are exercises that target specific areas, so if you have trouble with balance or flexibility, you're able to improve those with regular exercise. Exercise is something that you should implement. Like, you don't have to go out and do like a 20-minute ab workout if that's not for you. It can be as simple as taking a 20-minute to 30-minute walk every day, because it improves blood flow and it just like clears your mind, really.
Yeah, just get out there and, anything, just movement really does help. I know not everyone, like I said, enjoys exercising, but some motivation, for example, for me, what keeps me going is like the idea that I want to like learn how far I can like push my body, like how strong can I be, and like you'll never know if you don't start. So that's some motivation. It can be different for you. Just try to find out what helps you to keep going.
And it's not only about motivation. Like people say, oh, I don't have the motivation to do it. It's also about self-discipline. Like you discipline yourself to do it every day. Like, oh, I'm too tired to do it. But you tell yourself, I have to do this for myself, for my well-being. And it's all about your mindset, really.
Yeah, sometimes you'll wake up and you won't do it. But once you do it after your workout, you feel so much more refreshed.
And accomplished too. Like you feel super accomplished that you did it, and that's like you're proud of yourself. Like think of the benefits of after doing it than like the tiredness and fatigue you feel from not doing it at all,
Exactly, yeah.
And that goes into our next point.
Yeah, so eating clean and well. So you don't have to go on like a whole diet, but it is important for you to have a clean diet and just know what is best for your body, like what your body needs.
There are 4 groups: carbs, healthy fats, I think, is it carbs, healthy fats, vegetables, and fruits. And it's just, you don't have to be like, oh, no sugar, no nothing, like no carbs. Like don't restrict yourself, because that makes you even more stressed. But just try to portion. Like I try to have at least 1 vegetable a day, even if I'm not like I know I'm not super healthy, but I try to have 1 vegetable a day. I try to make sure I have a lot of water, and those little things like make the biggest difference.
Yeah, and it's just like, honestly, it's just making sure that you're just the majority of what you're taking in is good for you. So like no foods that are too salty or too sweet.
And you'll learn to love it, honestly. Yeah. Like I used to when I first started off like trying to eat healthy, like one of the things like avocado, I knew that was a craze on the internet at one point, like avocado toast, avocado this, avocado that, like, but like slowly like I learned to like love avocado, because it just like having that 1 avocado a day makes me feel so much healthier and so much better. Like it just makes me feel like I've accomplished something in terms of eating, even if it's like just 1 avocado. Like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, but to me it is something. Like it feels accomplishing, and I'm fine with that. Like that 1 avocado a day, like having that is enough for me to feel accomplished, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. For me, I don't personally like eggs, but I've been trying to kind of like implement that into like my diet. So I in the morning I'll eat like mashed potatoes with eggs and like something else, just to kind of fuel my body in the mornings. Honestly, it doesn't like eating clean and well doesn't mean that you're cutting something entirely out of your diet. It just means that you're choosing your foods with more intention and that you're being mindful and you're just making more healthy choices.
And another thing is like mending the self. I really want to explain that. Like, you have to work towards self-improvement, and the things we're listing for you are ways to work towards self-improvement. We're not forcing it on you, but if you're given the advice and the help, I would definitely recommend taking it.
Yeah, we're here to help, and we created this series just for our listeners to have something that they can take from and really like find useful tips that they can implement in their days.
Definitely. And that brings us on to our last point, which I think is the most important I myself need to implement in my life: sleep. It's really important. I know that. I haven't really been implementing it.
Yeah, nothing should get in the way of sleeping. That's how our body like replenishes itself, and it's really how our body like heals itself. So sleep is really, really, really important.
If we have too little sleep, it can affect our bodies negatively, like our brain, lack of concentration. And according to a study done by the Mental Health Foundation, people who don't get enough sleep are more likely to suffer from lack of concentration.
Another body part that is affected negatively by lack of sleep is your heart. You're more likely to pass away due to heart disease, and that's something really big. So a study was done by the University of Warwick, and they found that receiving less than 6 hours of sleep every day on a daily basis creates a 48% chance of passing away due to heart disease, and you are more like 15% more likely to develop a stroke, so that's very serious.
And the last thing that little sleep affects is your immune system. Believe it or not, it is found that there is a correlation between the amount of sleep you get and your immune system. So if you sleep less, your immune system gets weaker. And of course, like, we're in the middle of a pandemic,
Exactly.
There's a virus, so our bodies need to be strong enough to fight things like that. I know that, like, even like the flu, like, your immune system needs to be at its peak. So that's why sleep is so important.
Yeah. On to our last point. We want to emphasize that everyone is different. Everyone's body is different. So you shouldn't really compare yourself to others, and really understand yourself.
Give your body love by taking care of it. Self-love is the best love,
Yeah.
period.
And you should always think positively towards your body, because your mind creates kind of your reality. So it's important to kind of have positive thoughts all the time. And another thing that we want to emphasize is being grateful for having a certain body part. Like, some people don't have hands or arms, and some people don't have the ability to move. So if you are blessed with that, then I think you should be extremely grateful, and that we should all take care of our bodies.
I think one thing I want you guys to take away from today's episode is look in the mirror and think of one body part you love and you're grateful for.
Yeah, I think you should. I think we mentioned this in the last Mending the Self episode. The first one was really to appreciate yourself and like be grateful. Yeah. So once again, it's Umaymah
and Hajar reminding you that you can change the world.
Connect with us on our social media platforms,
linked below. And if you would like to be featured or have a question for us, send us an email at ogatpodcast@mudeltaalpha.org. We'd love to hear from you.
And keep being amazing.
We'll see you in the next episode. Bye.